What's up, everybody? Hey, I think the first thing I wanted to say is that I wanted to say I'm sorry, and the reason for this is that, well, this wasn't obvious, is that I have been a little bit offline lately. Not that I haven't been playing games in general or anything, it's just I haven't had really the motivation to do streaming, and I haven't really had the time. Now, this isn't really going to be much of a stream, and I'm not going to be looking at the stream chat. This is more of like just a recording for future reference, and I do want to try to not extend this stream past 30 minutes. I would like to make it very short so that people can just look at it, look at a couple parts of it, and then move on. But I wanted to make a slight discussion about the channel, what's been going on. I'm not going to go too deep into personal stuff, but I am going to be going on about what's been going on, why I haven't been doing the channel lately. I've also want to talk about the future of the channel and how it will change. Hopefully not too drastically, though. So, about what's going on is the fact that I've been having a little bit of a harder time with YouTube and so on. Not YouTube itself, but for whatever reason, I've been having problems with my internet, Wi-Fi, all that other stuff. Past that, I've been having problems with recording, as every time I try to stream, it doesn't want to stream, and sometimes, for whatever reason, PlayStation wants to log me out of my YouTube account, and even when I log back in. Because, actually, I think about 3, 4, 5 days ago, I wanted to do a stream, and it wasn't working, so I kind of left it alone, and I kind of forgot. So I'm sorry about that. But the thing is that it's not just about that alone. I've been having problems with my recording software, with my recording equipment, because I don't exactly have the best recording equipment. Hopefully my mic audio is really good. I'm gonna have to turn that up a bit. Okay. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Let me just check it. Sorry for that. Okay, so, like I said, all I wanted to do was, for the future of the channel and updates and so on, and what's been going on with the channel, why I haven't been on, is that, including my recording equipment, which my recording equipment is simply a Turtle Beach headset that I'm using. For right now, of course. I will get better equipment later on. It's just going to take time. But, sorry for saying all the time. I'm, like I said, still not good with commentary in some cases, and I don't exactly have a plan or a script or anything. And sometimes it's difficult for me to focus.
There's a bottle of moonshine waiting for our victory.
But as I said, is that for whatever reason, my Turtle Beach headsets, they're horrible. They can probably be horrible in audio compared to like other mics, but as I said, is that man, I'm losing track. Sorry, I'm very sorry about that, but yeah, but no, for whatever reason, they decided to snap my headsets themselves, and it is because of the fact that they had snapped that I was left with a pretty big situation. Because I was able to fix them, which is why I am able to use them still. The only problem is that, as I've said, is that while I did somewhat fix them, my ear sets, whatever you want to really call it, I guess earphones, they kind of stretched out, and it is because of this stretched out that my mic isn't recording as well. It isn't as loud. hopefully I don't want to like raise my voice or anything, and hopefully I probably shouldn't be using, it's like the game audio is pretty loud. Let me try to fix that real quick. Hopefully that fixed itself, but yeah, but like as I said, like I'm afraid of trying to try to do a stream and find out that my recording set isn't working isn't working correctly. And sometimes when I'll have this problem where it's not holding on to me, it's not holding on to my head well enough, and that becomes a pretty big deal. Because then of course I can't record properly, and I'll have to readjust, and that changes the gameplay. Not that people are here for the gameplay. Like I'm okay. I can be good in the moment if I need to be, but most of the time I really don't take games too seriously. And I say sometimes very, very lightly, because I can take it very, very serious at times. But now that I've talked about basically my excuse, if you want to take it as that, my excuse of why I haven't been on, besides the fact that I've been running out of motivation, I wanted to talk about one other thing, which is that the future of the channel. Now, for the future of the channel, I'm not gonna instantly predict everything that's gonna happen with the channel, because things can change very easily, and from that it can worsen, it can get better than I could have imagined, you know, stuff like that. But specifically for the channel itself, is that I do a lot of Titanfall content so far. And it is the Titan combat. Not the Titan combat. It is Titanfall, like the content that I make for Titanfall. And so far, what everyone's been subscribed to me for was specifically for that. But the problem is that Titanfall is getting old. I'm not gonna say that I'm getting tired of the game. No, I won't ever get tired of this game. Like, trust me. I'll play it from start to finish, and I'll play through its entire life cycle and beyond. The only problem is that, like, as I said, I don't want to be extremely successful. Like, being someone who's successful on YouTube is, like, a nice plus. I just like to put my opinion, and I also like to put myself out there, basically. Just so that, like, I can be heard. Because in the past, it really didn't matter. And, like, that's the thing, is that, like, my opinion, it never felt like it needed to be heard. And, like, I have a different perception on things. Not that I'm special or, oh, I'm more unique than everyone else type of thing. It's nothing like that, no. And, like, there's millions of other people who have very interesting perceptions. It's just, I'm kind of one of those people that has the perception that's kind of independent. And what I mean by that is, not a lot of people ever really see my perception, and it's because of this that I feel like it's something that needs to be put out there so that other people can have another look. Not for myself, and, like, to be totally honest, I am not the type of person to... I'm not the kind of person to, Thank you, Scorch. But I'm not the kind of person to just instantly... Like, I don't want to just be that type of person that, like, oh, I put it out there because people need to listen to me type of thing. And, like, everything that I say is not fact. It's merely just based off my opinion. And just because it's my opinion doesn't mean other people can't tell me what their perception is of subjects and certain things. And that's just how it is. And I can get into like, problems of opinion and so on and so forth. There's a bunch of different things that I could keep for, like, other videos, but I want to keep this short. So for the future of content is that, as you're aware, I do Titanfall 2 content so far. I've attempted multiple times on playing I've been attempting a couple times on playing a wide variety of games, as I should say. But a lot of, that's the thing, is that, like, I don't want to just randomly, because I don't want my channel to die. But I also don't want it to be too successful. And the reason for that is that that's why I don't do shout-outs or likes or anything like nothing too ridiculous. Like, I want my opinion to be out there, but I don't want it so that people completely depend on only me. I don't want to be important, but at the same time, not because of just the responsibility. Like, that's definitely a part of it. I am scared of the responsibility that I might have, or the effect I might have on other people's lives later on, if I become more of an effect on other, if I have a better and bigger effect on people than what I want. So I don't just want to work on Titanfall 2 content. I also want to work specifically and directly on other games. Now, that doesn't mean I won't do Titanfall. I definitely will. It will obviously be like the main foundation of the channel and what will start the channel and even possibly finish it. But like, as I've said, I'm not here just to do Titanfall. I want to do other things, and I have many things planned, and I don't know exactly what I would want to do for content besides Titanfall yet, because I'm not aware of, like, because that's the thing, is that I don't want to do things that are instantly trending or anything like that, such as recent games that possibly came out, like a new Call of Duty or something crazy like that. But I also don't want to do things that aren't trending. I want to do things that would catch the person's eye, where the information is relevant, but not to where it's so relevant that people are depending on you because it's something where they don't have their opinion, or they don't have a fully fledged or fully built opinion yet because they haven't experienced. They haven't had an experience, which is a huge problem, and it's something that, like, that's the problem. I don't want to have too big of an effect on people, but I also want to put myself out there to be seen. So, you know, it's really, really complicated, and I can be an absolute hypocrite by how I'm saying it. But, yeah, but anyway. Yeah, for future content, there are several games that I have available that I would definitely like to put out there. One of those games is the Killing Floor games, which I don't know how old the Killing Floor 2 game is, but I've gotten used to the game. It's new to me, for sure, and I've really started to enjoy the Killing Floor games. I've played them a little bit more recently than some of the other games that I'm going to recommend. Along with that is that there is, and this is a little bit more of a side quest, but there's also a chance that I could do a Life is Strange playthrough, and these are free games that are on the PS4 or whatever. But since Life is Strange 2 is definitely going to be coming out, maybe doing a Life is Strange stream for each of the episodes would be really cool and really fun to try out. Since I never really got into it as easily as others. But, yeah, for whatever else there is in the future, I could do Overwatch, which, yeah, toxicity, so on and so forth. You know, all the stuff that's negative about Overwatch. And I used to like Overwatch, like, way before Titanfall. Like, I played both betas, I liked them both, and I got them both during the launch, but that's the only difference between the two, is that Titanfall was just much more longer lasting, and Overwatch just wasn't appealing to my eye because of just how inconsistent it was. Because there needs to be some inconsistency, some chaos, but, you know, we'll talk about that later. But, yeah, Overwatch, Killing Floor 2, there's Life is Strange, there's Titanfall. I could do Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, which a lot of people are going to start saying that's cancerous, and, you know, all this other type of stuff. I'm not actually going to do real gameplay or anything, and the reason for that is that I do want to be focused with what I'm saying, and I feel like there just needs to be something happening on... There has to be something going on, just anything, really. And I felt that if at least something was happening, even if it was ranting and so on, that it would be a little bit more useful. Now, what other games do I have that are available? I also have Battlefield 1, which a lot of people are playing this still. I could do Battlefield 1, there's Friday the 13th, and there's, like, almost a lot of other different games. Like, I'm trying to remember, but at the same time, I'm looking at what I've purchased in the past. Yeah, I could do some more Don't Starve, because I did do at least one Don't Starve stream at some point, which I never really got to do too much of. And then I can do Infamous Second Son videos. I have Infamous First Light videos. Like, these aren't like first reaction. Usually I could do some Mortal Kombat X for whatever reason people want to see that. You know, Tales of the Borderlands. There's all these different games, and you can look at them. You can decide whether or not, you know, there's a huge variety of games that I have, from first-person shooters. Let me just get back into Titanfall. There's a wide variety of games, from first-person shooters to little artsy games, basically. Like little visually beautiful games, to stories, to mysteries, to special games where the choices that you make matter, like special mechanical games that are more based off of storytelling, less so based off of like performing well. It's all about performing with your morals and so on. But yeah, it's very interesting, like the kind of games that I have, and I could get more types of games if I really had the chance to do so. But that's the thing, is I want to play games that I enjoy, and that doesn't mean that if you recommend something I won't like it or something. Like, it's a bit of a risk to play a game that is directly recommended to me, unless it's something I've heard about that I've really wanted to get, such as Lawbreakers. Like, Lawbreakers is something that will be coming out at some point, and when it does, I'm definitely going to buy it at some point near its release, just so that I have that chance to play it, and I'm definitely going to have fun playing that game. But anyway, I think that's enough said about the future of this channel. So yeah, the future of the channel, what's been going on, what am I going to do with the channel now, later, so on. I don't want to make any promises because I don't want to fail. Well, not fail. I don't want to put you guys down. And I'm definitely going to be doing other types of games and other types of content, and, like, I'm sorry, like, if you don't understand the games either that I play, because, like, for example, like, Killing Floor, I didn't understand what the heck Killing Floor was at the time that I played it. But if you want understanding of certain games, or if you could recommend games, would be really cool too, for the PS4, because I don't have a PC technically yet, or one that's in working order. But if you ever do have any recommendations, or if you're really wanting to look at one of the games that I had listed here, then you can go ahead and do so. And you can also explain to me what those games are if I don't understand what those are. But hopefully you guys aren't upset with me that I'm not doing only Titanfall combat. I mean, Titanfall content. Because I am fairly new. I'm not a Titanfall veteran or anything, because of the fact that I never had a next-gen console way back. Way back when I first started playing games. But, yeah, I think that's about gonna wrap it up. That was a bit of a handful, but, anyway. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked it, press the like button if you dare. And comment, subscribe, share, favorite. I'm not gonna force you, but if you are willing to do that, that'd be pretty nice. So thank you guys so much, and I will see you in the next stream. Bye.